Madison McAvoy has been a student at St. Stephen's for 6 years. During her time here, she's been on the varsity soccer team, been part of the Marine Science program, vice president of student council, and a part of Club Blue. Please welcome Madison.
Did you know the human body's reaction to fear and excitement is technically the same? The difference is how your brain interprets it. When you're in a situation you perceive as scary, you feel afraid. But when you're in a situation you perceive as exciting, you feel excited. Sometimes you can't tell if you're nervous or excited, and that's because you're both. I'm someone who more often than not interprets this feeling as excitement. Some people call me reckless, but that's not how I see it. Because I'm not talking about my renowned fast driving or my daredevil bucket list. I'm talking about the things we build up in our minds to be scary, but are actually very simple, and I treat them that way. I wasn't always like this, though. I was the kid who had to be walked to their classroom by an older student every day because I was too afraid to walk alone. I hated going to sleepaway camps because I didn't like the idea of being somewhere unfamiliar, and I would get upset whenever I had to do something out of my comfort zone. But as I got older and more confident, that fear started to transform into excitement. Now things that would have scared me, I find exciting. As some of you may know, I studied abroad in Mallorca, Spain for 3 weeks during the summer before my junior year. And I know everyone says this, but it was one of the best experiences of my life. I still couldn't tell you what came over me that made me want to fly to Europe by myself, live with a family I'd never met, with a group of kids I didn't even know, at 15 years old. But I'm so thankful that I did. That trip at the time was so outside of my comfort zone that it made everything else seem so small because it was so big. That trip marks the time when I stopped being afraid, when I stopped letting myself be consumed by the possible bad outcomes, and when I stopped letting things affect me, and when I started living in the moment. And guys, the moment is usually never half as scary as you imagined. We do this thing where we start to get nervous and we think, what if this happens or what if that happens? And that nervous feeling makes our mind turn something that isn't that bad into something that scares us. So instead of being scared, I encourage you to be excited. Be excited about trying new things. Be excited about challenging things, and be excited about stepping out of your comfort zone. Things can be scary, and I know that, but that doesn't mean you have to be scared of them. So when you get that feeling, don't be afraid, be excited. And first, I would like to thank all my people at school. Some of you I've grown up with, and others I've met more recently. Thank you all for making my days here entertaining and making me want to come to school every day. Mr. Cotton and Ms. Mishevitz, thank you both for supporting me and believing in me. You've both helped me become the person I am today. Donegan, I don't know what you're going to do without me next year. You can always call me for advice about high school. I'm going to miss you. Stay weird. Mom, thank you for being my role model. You're fun, kind, and fearless, and I aspire to be like you. You're always there to support me, and you're always there for me. Thank you. Dad, thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for driving me to countless soccer games, going to get me poster boards the night before they're due, and thank you for liking the dorky things that I like. And thank you both for always being supportive of my dreams and raising me to be the person I am today. Having you two as my parents is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm so thankful every day that I got so lucky. I love you. And that's all, thanks.